Spree 2020 review. No, this movie has absolutely nothing to do with Jim Morrison, besides getting into a car accident. Spree is about this Uber driver who's a greasy MySpace twink that stepped out of 2007 casually murdering his passengers that piss him off. His name's Kurt. Joke eerie, if you watch this, I'm not sorry at all. This video will pretty much just be a summary of my commentary and highlights of things in this movie I was amused by. First things first, this logo immediately reminded me of the videos Shrouded Hand makes on disturbing art made by the mentally ill. It just looks like a mass murderer drew it. Also, Kurt's world. This is Kurt's concept of social media. When I said greasy MySpace twink from 2007, I meant it. This confirms the existence of Dashcon, the One Seller fandom, Superholock, and the Great Purge of 2018 in this universe. Imagine having an expensive gaming computer rig, but not having a bed frame. Cringe. Given Kurt looks like he has a mommy kink and gives off the same vibes as Norman Bates. I don't like this. It's like the one episode of My Strange Addiction. You know the one. Then again, of course a gamer who looks like he'd hiss if you threw a bar of soap at him would only have a mattress. Still cringe. Do not trust this man to babysit your children. He looks like the type of degenerate that traumatizes your kids by showing them gore, shock sights, and screamers. Also, pretty sure using children for content creation violates the FTC's guidelines. I don't feel like showing y'all the main antagonist of this shitpost, Bobby. So here's the cover of the Frank Zappa album with the song Bobby Brown Goes Down on it. Bobby's pretty much both the central scrutinizer from Joe's Garage, also by Frank Zappa, but also Billy from Radio Chaos by Roger Waters, except an edgy 12-year-old who would probably be at home in an Xbox Live chat in 2008. I did not do that. They actually used Comic Sans in this movie. And no, Kurt did not pay tribute to Gigi Allen or Bud Dwyer. Those would have actually made him infamous online. You know this guy who kinda looks like Bruce Campbell? He's important to this review. Just wanted to bring him up now. Literally what your cab driver in Eastern Europe looks like. His name's Pietro, and, may or may not take the longest route possible to extort money from you. Yes, Kurt Kunkel confirmed he voted for Richard Milhouse Nixon. Kurt is a war criminal. Our first victim in this rancid Uber driver from Hell's Day is this guy who looks like Zed from Men in Black. Given this character's canonically a racist, it makes sense he looks like Zed. He just says some racist Alex Jones type shit, and Kurt pulls a Jim Jones on him. It's not blue Kool-Aid laced with cyanide, but it's water laced with what I think could be cyanide looking at the way Zed reacted to ingesting the water. Anyway, Zed dies like a victim of Jim Jones. The overarching idea in this movie. I still don't understand what the hell the lesson is supposed to be. No, it's not a Skillshare sponsorship. Who would be that absurd to shoehorn in a dumbass jab at sponsorships? Though Bobby is a large part of the plot, the only thing about him I feel is actually interesting is that in this one part he sounds like young Cash Register aka Lil Broomstick. Why do all the passengers believe they're Jake and Elwood? Their excuse for not wearing seatbelts is being on a mission from God. This movie, however, proves there is no God. Let's count how many times I claimed Kurt is like Norman Bates. Hopefully he's not like Norman Bates in that context. I mean, he does give off Norman Bates vibes. Norman Bates vibes intensifies. Norman Bates energy intensifies. He has almost the exact expression Norman Bates has at the end of Psycho. I was joking about the Norman Bates comparison, holy shit. 6 times Kurt has said or done something reminiscent of Norman Bates, outside just straight up murdering a stranger. Freud would be proud. As an Italian/Sicilian American, we do not claim that shithead. They should have casted an actual Italian American for this role. I believe Synth Cool would have been the best choice for this because he's an honorable Italian American, as seen in his videos expressing his passion for accurate depictions of the often undermined and very oppressed Italian/Sicilian American population. This man right here is a follower of Alex Jones. He's a true info warrior, discussing how the government poisons the water bottles with chemicals to turn the frogs gay and to brainwash the population. This scene, and movie, would have been more iconic and not cringe if this turned into the second police chase from the Blues Brothers. Jake and Elwood Blues, 10 sextillion. Kurt, negative infinity. This is just an excerpt from the scene, but you can tell that this is superior to what we see in Spree, 2020. At first glance I thought that was the puzzle cube from Hellraiser. Oh my god, imagine if Kurt did get his hands on the puzzle cube, opened it, and began live streaming in the dimension within the cube, and coincidentally live streamed the Cenobites torturing him. That'd be iconic. His hair looks greasy. David Gilmour's hair in 1972 is still greasier. His expression is perfect. The Virgin driving recklessly from the cops because they're after you for committing murder. Versus the chat stop in your car at the right time to prevent yourself from being eaten off an overpass to escape the Illinois Nazis.
Faster.
I never guessed this movie would have referenced The Doors.
There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road.
And he has a subreddit, goddamn. Too bad there's not a part where we cut to Wang doing a Tales from the Internet video on this. This movie is a fucking shitpost, 10 out of 10 would recommend.